Guys, Kathleen Penner here from Plenty of Sunshine Travel. On this week's Cruise Chat episode, we are going to be meeting with Eric from Royal Caribbean Cruises. We're going to be looking at the Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas is divided into so many different neighborhoods, so many different things. There's something for everybody. And even I learned something new on this episode about walking the plank. Make sure you stay tuned. Over to the episode. Everybody, and welcome to this week's Cruise Chat. I'm Kathleen Penner, owner of Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and today I'm joined by Eric. And as you can see, Eric is from Royal Caribbean, and I am really excited. I am just thrilled at all the changes and all the new ships that Royal Caribbean is coming out with, and I can't wait for all of my subscribers to see and follow along with Eric and myself as we're going to learn more about the Icon of the Seas. So I'm just going to turn it over to you, and I am thrilled and looking forward to learning more.
Hi, Kathleen. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric St. Pierre with Royal Caribbean International. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. And yes, Kathleen, you're right. These are exciting times. Royal Caribbean has announced, of course, the launch of the Icon of the Seas several months ago. And one of the things that very few people realize is that the Icon is a brand new class. So this is a model ship that we've never had in the past. This is absolutely brand new. And one of the things that, again, very few people realize when we talk about a new class of ships is that this happens about every decade or so for a cruise line.
I was going to say about every 10 years. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I was right. Yay. Oh, that's exciting though. Wow.
It is exciting, and it is a big deal for us to be talking about this new class, to be launching this new class of ship, because essentially when a cruise line does that, and point in case, and you're going to see so many examples and illustrations of that, it's really taking everything that we've done well in the past, making more of it, and making sure that our guests can enjoy it to the fullest. So you're going to see more thrills, more chills, more wows, and you're going to see some absolutely fabulous stays across the Icon of the Seas. Why don't we start with some of the thrills that we're going to be offering on board? What do you say?
I say let's go for it. Absolutely.
All right, let's take a plunge and let's go into that. So in terms of thrills, of course, Royal Caribbean is very well known for the quantity and the quality of the activities that we offer on board our ships. So we're going to have two areas that are going to be especially dedicated to thrills. So we have one that's even named Thrill Island. So it gives you an idea how many thrills there's going to be.
Oh, wow. And that really reminds me of Perfect Day at CocoCay, how you have that thrill section. So now you're bringing it right on board, which is phenomenal.
Absolutely. Very, very astute of you to notice that Royal Caribbean is really all about the thrills and the chills, because we want everyone to have something that's going to call it to them, right? That's going to correspond to how they see their own vacation. So Thrill Island is going to play a big part in that, and of course, Surfside is also our family neighborhood. So the Thrill Island neighborhood will have a lot of amazing activities. So you can see already here a sports court where you're going to be able to play pickleball, you're going to be able to play badminton and all kinds of sports. You have a mini golf that's right there. And of course, there is a Category 6 water park. So the water park is, of course, something that is included. But the one activity that I cannot wait to try is the Crown's Edge. Wow. So essentially, the Crown's Edge, this illustration is, well, it shows it a little bit, but essentially, you're going to be on the side of the ship, right beside the big Royal Caribbean logo, and you're going to be walking the plank. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, like you're literally on a plank. Oh my goodness. I would be so scared. My heart would be just a pumping up there. Wow.
And then as you walk the plank at a moment that you don't exactly expect, the plank is going to give way. And you're going to be brought back on board by this railing that holds you. It's going to be such an amazing activity, I swear.
I wasn't expecting that. I didn't realize that it vanished on you. Oh dear.
It actually does. It actually does. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to be one of the complementary activities, one of the included activities.
Mhm.
And again, this is something that is part of Royal Caribbean's DNA, right?
Yeah.
Having all of these activities that are included,
Which is
because we
fabulous.
just think that it creates such an elevated guest experience, not having to get your CPAS out every time you want to do an activity or every time you want to see something or touch something. It's just, it gets tiring after a while. So
And my
having
view
them
is it's
included.
all those little things that make your vacation. And if you have to keep paying for those little things, it just doesn't feel as fun or relaxing. I don't know the right word for it, but it just isn't all encompassing. And with Royal Caribbean, it is because it's all included. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that we're known for.
Mhm.
And this is something that we hold on to very dearly because to us, the quality of the guest experience that it provides is just it differentiates us
Yeah.
from
Hmm.
other
Hmm.
product options out there for
Yes.
from other vacation options out there. Of course, some of the classics are going to be back as well. So the surf simulator included is going to be back. The mini golf included is going to be back. The rock climbing wall, the tallest rock climbing wall, see, of course,
Oh, yeah.
is going to be back, and this is included as well. So all of these activities are to be found on Thrill Island, and
Mhm.
this is going to be so much fun. I can imagine myself with my friends, with
Yeah.
my family, going through the Lost Dunes or mini golf right on the top deck. It's going to be a lot of multi-generational and family fun on board.
Hmm. Hmm. That's great. I love how that's all set up to make it look like you're actually on an island. That's awesome.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely, and this is the atmosphere that we wanted to create.
Hmm.
And as you can see here in this illustration, we have a better view of the Crown's Edge,
Yeah.
right where you walk the plank,
Hmm.
and in the back you also have a little bit of a view of Perfect Day at CocoCay, where you
Yeah.
have even more thrills that are waiting for you if you'd like.
Awesome.
One of the neighborhoods that we're the most proud of is
Mhm.
Surfside Neighborhood. So Surfside Neighborhood is going to be our family neighborhood of choice. You're going to have more ways to splash, you're going to have more ways to dine, and
Mhm.
you're going to have more ways to get activities and also more modes of accommodation.
Mhm.
So as you can see here on the left side of this slide, you see some beautiful family suites. So the family suites, you can see that there are some
Mhm.
windows. So the window section of those family suites
Yeah.
is where the kids have their room. And
Yes.
then the master's bedroom is right behind the patio door,
Mhm.
behind the balcony.
Oh,
So
nice.
those are very spacious accommodation for families. They can accommodate up to 5 guests. And they're directly right on the surf side. We also have some surf side facing balconies. If you look a little bit more aft on the left and on the right side, you have those beautiful balconies that are right there. And those are surfside facing balconies. So it is an all-encompassing neighborhood with accommodation, with food, with bars, with an amazing, amazing pool. And I think it probably is the best multi-generational, the best family pool there ever was. Now
Mhm.
look at this scenario here. So essentially imagine that you're looking at a half circle. So the interior, the inside portion of this half circle is the quote unquote adult pool or the deeper pool, if you will,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then all around that deeper pool is the splashaway bay.
Okay.
So it puts you in a situation as an adult where you
Mhm.
can be in your own pool within arm's reach of your child that's in the splashaway section. And of
Perfect.
course, don't forget, in true Royal Caribbean fashion, we have lifeguards everywhere there is water.
Awesome.
So
That's
not only do
really
you have
knowing that you can that they're taken care of. That's great.
absolutely. You have visibility on your children. They're right there within arm's reach, but you also have the additional help of the lifeguards immediately there.
The trained professionals should anything happen, but it won't because you're right.
It won't.
Yeah, yeah, it won't. But they're there. It's just to make sure, right? So yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And Surfside, of course, is complete with activities, complete with food as well. We have a few new restaurants, such as Base Camp, that's on Thrill Island. So it's immediately on top of Surfside. So you go to Base Camp, you all get together, go back down to Surfside, or if you want to stay closer, you have also El Loco Fresh. So all around the ship, there is going to be these included venues pretty much everywhere where you can meet with the family, have a bite, grab and go, and just continue having fun all together. So there's going to be a lot of great choices.
Yeah.
Now, when comes times to chill, we do have an amazing plan for you. And this amazing plan comprises 7 pools. Can you imagine?
Wow. That's a lot. My word. Yeah.
There's never been a cruise ship to offer as many pools as this one. As a matter of fact, one of our naval architects told us that they tried squeezing more pools in the design, but they actually reached something that I didn't even know existed. They reached the water maximum. So intuitively, we understand that even if we wanted to have more pools or more jacuzzis on board the ship, well, we just couldn't, because there is a certain maximum of water that a cruise ship can carry, right? So
you want to stay above the water.
Very well said, right? So that's something that we want to see happening with a cruise ship. And not only are we going to have more pools than any other cruise ship, but we're also going to have an amazing array of dining options. We're going to have 20 dining options in total. 10 of them are going to be new, but take a look at that. 11 of these dining options are going to be complimentary.
Perfect.
And again, this is something that Royal Caribbean truly believes in. We think that the more included options we have on a cruise ship for dining, it just creates a better and elevated guest experience. Because again, it all boils down to being made to feel as if you need to get that sea pass out of your pocket every time you want to do something, right? Again, it gets, it impacts the quality of the experience that you have as a guest. So more complimentary options on the beautiful icon of the seas. I wanted to take a moment to show some of the pools to your listeners. So this is going to be absolutely one of our favorites. This is going to be a suspended pool, so 65 feet up in the air, directly above Surfside. It's going to be absolutely amazing. This pool is going to have a resident DJ around it. There is going to be a bar. There is going to be a restaurant that's going to be close by as well. So this is going to be the perfect pool for sunsets. On Chill Island, we're going to have 4 pools and 6 whirlpools. We're going to have 4 bars that are themed under the lime and coconut color scheme, including our first ever frozen cocktail bar. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have in-water lounger and, of course, live Caribbean music, because when you are on Royal Caribbean, you are on vacation and you want to have that great, relaxing Caribbean music right by the sea. And this is why we're going to give you more views of the ocean also on the icon of the seas. So the infinite ocean views of the Cove Pool and the 2 whirlpools nearby is going to be absolutely phenomenal. You have some shaded area, you have a pool that's right by, you have the lounger right in the pool. The Royal Bay pool is really one of the pools that you're going to want to try. The Royal Bay is going to be the largest pool at sea with 40,000 gallons of water in it. And again, so much space, because again, I come back to the concept that Royal Vacation is truly a vacation cruise, right? So when you're on vacation, you want to have space, you want to have plenty of pool space and loungers, and you don't want to have to look for your loungers constantly, right? Infinitely
Absolutely.
around the ship. You don't need to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to get a lounger, is what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
we're going to have enough space for absolutely everyone.
And I love how there's some in the shade as well as people who want to seek that sun. I'm somebody who burns super easy. I prefer to sit in the shade and have those ocean breezes, but it, giving you the options. So I'm happy to see that as well.
Welcome to my club. I don't care to sit in the sun too long. And
Nope.
it's funny because everyone around me are all sun worshippers and I am not.
Yeah.
So I was really happy also to see that the variety there is. There are loungers that are in the shade. There are loungers that are right in the middle of the sun. So there's going to be really a little bit of everything for everyone, including this Cloud 17 pool on Chill Island that's going to be for adults only. So you may remember when you and I have talked about other cruise ships in the fleet. This is something that Royal Caribbean offers fleet-wide on every single one of our ships. We always have an adult-only area. And of course, the Icon of the Seas will be no different in that regard. We're going to have an adult-only area that's going to be featuring a beautiful pool. And again, another beautiful parting shot of the hideaway pool that I talked about at the beginning of the pool section of this conversation. The #1 place to watch the sunset.
Absolutely. And I have to say, if you're listening to this on our Cruising the Waves podcast and you want to see some of the images, head on over to YouTube and check this out, because that is the best spot to sit and watch that sunset. So make sure that you go and check that out on YouTube.
It's absolutely phenomenal. And for those who want to pamper themselves, we also have an amazing suite neighborhood. So if you opt to sail in one of our suites on the Icon of the Seas, it not only comes with beautiful, spacious, well-appointed suite, it comes with additional amenities, additional inclusions, and access to a whole neighborhood of suites that features, of course, a private pool that also features a private bar and a private restaurant.
A much more elevated experience. Amazing.
Absolutely phenomenal. So these are the extras that we can offer our guests. Again, because Royal Caribbean specializes in larger ships, we understood over the course of the year that when we build a large ship, it creates more space per person. It gives us the opportunity to have more specialized areas. Also on the ship, we have some areas that are dedicated for kids only, for families only, which we've seen already with the Surfside. We have areas for suite guests only, and we have these amazing pools that are basically all over the ship. This is not the only way to chill on the Icon of the Seas, far from it. We also have smack in the middle of the ship this amazing central park with over 13,000 tropical plants and beautiful bars and also beautiful restaurants that are going to be right in the middle of the ship. This is going to be the area where you're going to go to relax, to grab a great drink, to have an amazing meal with your loved ones, or maybe an amazing meal with the whole family. But essentially, the Central Park is this very relaxed area. There's going to be a lot of dining options, as we've touched on already. And I thought I'd show you also a picture of the amazing dining room that we're going to have on the Icon of the Seas. And again, very spacious, spans 3 decks high. And the quality of the meals that we're going to be serving, the quality of the culinary experience that you're going to have is going to be absolutely amazing.
Gorgeous.
After these beautiful cocktails and meals, why not head out to one of our entertainment options and enjoy some of our iconic wows? AQUADOME is going to be the #1 place for entertainment on board this ship. So this ship, the Icon of the Seas, features the largest self-standing dome on top of a cruise ship in the whole world. So if you've seen pictures already, and it just so happens that this week we're doing some sea trials with the Icon of the Seas. So she's already sailing. She's not officially sailing with guests, but she is officially sailing in the Gulf of Finland. We're testing her out a little bit. So the first thing that you notice when you see her at sea is this amazingly beautiful dome right at the top, at the front of the ship. And under this dome, this is what you have. You have an aquatic theater with a shape-shifting 5-story waterfall and this beautiful amphitheater all around the aqua theater. So you have our divers, our synchronized swimmers, our acrobats, comedians, singers, dancers, all putting their efforts together. They're creating shows right now as we speak, and these shows are going to be presented several times during your cruise on an included basis.
Yeah. I mean, where else can you get a dinner and theater and or shows and all that stuff but out at sea? Because it's all included, right? So it's just perfect. If you go to do that on Broadway, you're spending, I don't even know because it's above my pay grade, but probably $300-400, just for the evening, and it's included. And I think that's awesome.
It's absolutely phenomenal. And this is why we're also maximizing the space in the AQUADOME. So we're also adding an AQUADOME market. We're also adding an AQUADOME bar. There's going to be a bar that specializes in coffee and bourbon. So it's going to be called Rye and Bean. And so in the morning, of course, the drinks are going to be mainly coffees, right? But as you progress during the day, there's going to be a decreasing amount of coffee and an increasing amount of other liquors and spirits and libations. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And all of that is going to be under this beautiful, beautiful dome that gives you amazing views. And one of my favorite places, one of my favorite spots in the AQUADOME is undoubtedly going to be these pods. So you go grab a drink, you walk up to one of these pods with your friends and family, enjoy great conversation either before or after the Aqua Theater show that is going to be right there. What a beautiful evening.
Incredible. Wow. That's really neat. I like
very,
that.
very proud of that.
Yeah. Totally different. Like I've never seen that before. That's incredible.
It's a first, right? And again, this is Royal Caribbean's place in the industry to be at the forefront of innovation and show everybody what can be done on a cruise line.
Yes.
And of course, we're coming back with our ice skating rinks. Goes without saying, this is a very popular feature with Royal Caribbean International. We now have, let me count, 6 + 5, 11 + 3, 14. So this is going to be our 15th ship that has an ice skating rink. And of course, we have our professional skaters that are prepared shows presented several times during the week. And again, this is all included. And if you'd like to skate yourself, and I know that a lot of our Canadian guests enjoy skating. I love skating personally. Don't bring your skates. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. We can actually
pack them. Nope.
No need to pack them. They take too much space. But we're gonna lend you a pair of skates, and you can enjoy our beautiful ice skating rinks.
That's great. Wow. And I noticed this one's round, and most of the other ones are more of a rectangular shape. So that's going to allow a lot more room for them to do their show too.
Exactly. And this was a suggestion that came from our skaters, actually. They told us that if the ice skating rink was to be round, they could develop better speed and create more acrobatics.
Nice.
So we said, let's try it. We tried it, and it's absolutely true. Absolutely right. They were correct. an amazing cruise ship needs amazing accommodation, goes without saying.
Mhm.
So we're going to have iconic stays for families with incredible views, and of course, with amazing luxury, because the Royal Suite class with Royal Caribbean is extremely popular. One of the things that very few people realize is that if you were to add up all of the suites that we have
Mhm.
across all of our ships, we're actually the cruise line that has the most suites of any cruise line in the industry right now.
Look at
Even
that.
the ultra luxury cruise lines that
Mhm.
only carry suites
Yes.
don't have as many suites as Royal Caribbean does.
Okay. Wow.
So this is something that sometimes we go, huh, I
Hmm.
didn't quite realize that.
Yeah.
And our Royal Suite class is very well geared towards our luxury travelers. And we have such an amazing, an absolutely amazing selection of suites. And of course, I hope you're not going to hold it against me that I would start with the best suite that we
Oh,
have on the
not at
Icon.
all. I'm excited to see it. Look at that. It's so many levels. Goodness. Yeah. Three deck.
Three levels. Imagine that. So this is the ultimate family townhouse. So
Hmm.
if you're looking for availability on that, you need to act fast.
Yeah.
The last time that I looked at the availability of the family townhouse, right now we're deployed for about a year and a half, right? And the last time I checked, there were only 6 dates in a year and a half span where the ultimate family townhouse was available.
Goodness.
Uh,
Yes. You need to
so
contact me and reach out fast so I can get it as soon as it opens up. Yeah.
absolutely. So the
Mhm.
townhouse can accommodate up to 8 guests, and it
Perfect.
spans a whopping almost 1,800 square feet. You
That's
have
beautiful.
your own patio outside, your own white picket fence, if you
Mhm.
will, that gives you access directly to the Surfside neighborhood and the Surfside splashaway and Surfside pool that we talked about earlier. This is absolutely phenomenal. When you're sailing in the ultimate family townhouse, you are in the star tier of the Royal Suite class, which essentially means that all of your specialty dining is included, your VOOM ultra high speed
Mhm.
Wi-Fi is included, your beverage packages are included, goes without saying, and you also get the help of a Royal Genie. So a
Wow.
Royal Genie is our funkier,
Yeah.
funnier also version of a butler of
Mhm.
sorts, and they're
Mhm.
there to make sure that everything happens smoothly during your cruise. Um, the views are absolutely amazing. Some of our suites features sunset corner views.
Mhm.
So absolutely, again, amazing. Look at this beautiful wraparound balcony that we offer in this particular suite. Or you can also have the ultimate in luxury with our two-story suites. So we have a few loft suites on the Icon, the Royal Loft, the Icon Loft as well. And those are absolutely, absolutely
I
amazing.
love the floor to ceiling windows. That is just so beautiful to wake up to. Like,
Let the light seep in, right? Absolutely.
Mhm.
That's how I love to wake up in the morning, with
Yes.
natural light, and it
Hmm.
just it's better than any coffee in the world. It just
Yes.
puts you in such a good mood
Oh,
immediately from the get-go.
absolutely. I mean, that's what you're there for. You want to see the ocean, you want to see the sunrise, and oh, it's just beautiful. Yes.
Absolutely. And all these suites, of course, they're part of the Royal Suite class, which means that they have access to the suite neighborhood. The
Hmm.
suite neighborhood, which offers a private restaurant, it offers a private inside lounge, a private outside lounge as well, a private sun deck, private pool. It's an absolutely amazing, amazing experience
It is.
that this Royal Suite class is. We also have a few new balcony categories that we offer on the Icon of the Seas. You remember when we were talking about the Surfside neighborhood, I was bringing your attention to some of the suites that have a little bit of a corner situation for kids. We also have some staterooms that have a little bit of a corner situation for kids as well. These family infinite ocean view balconies, they can accommodate up to 6 guests. And what is really surprising is that they're not suites. They are staterooms, which means that from a pricing perspective, they're going to be a little bit more affordable than a suite. Of course, we're not talking about the same inclusions. We're not talking about the same levels of luxury, but nevertheless, they are an absolutely amazing vacation option for families. So up to 6 guests. And as you can see, even the bathroom is a split bathroom, which again, very useful for larger families traveling together. You have the master's bedroom on this side, and on the other side, as we saw, the kids' nook. Which makes this particular category absolutely perfect for families.
And you really do need that split bathroom. I mean, I have 4 girls, and when they were all teenagers at the same time, getting ready was a nightmare. So that is just the perfect thing to have on the cruise ship.
I think so as well.
Yes.
I absolutely think so as well. One of the newer category also that we have on the Icon of the Seas is the Infinite Ocean View balconies. Infinite Ocean View balconies just offers you more space. It offers you more choice. So if you like the concept of having more space by virtue of your balcony, but you're not a big balcony user, maybe you don't like the heat that much, considering that the Icon of the Seas is going to be sailing out of Miami to the Eastern and Western Caribbean, perhaps an infinite balcony is the choice for you. It does bring the balcony inside of the stateroom, and when you want to have that fresh air, then all you need to do is press a button, and then that window is going to go down, and you just transform your space into a true to form balcony.
Yes, beautiful. Look at that.
And of course, we also have some newly redesigned interior staterooms as well. These Surfside family view interiors are larger than your garden variety interiors, and they can accommodate up to 4 guests. So again, regardless of your budget, there's going to be a solution for you for allowing you to sail on the beautiful Icon of the Seas. We have these beautiful interiors, our beautiful balcony staterooms as well, and of course, our no less amazing suites.
Yes, I love having the window on the inside rooms, because sometimes they can be really, really dark, particularly at night. There's no street lights, obviously, because you're on the ocean. So even if you were outside, but on the inside rooms, boy, do they get dark. But having that window is just so, I don't know, it's nice to bring that sunshine in and still get the value of the inside room.
And this is really funny that you mentioned that. I was having a conversation a few days ago with one of our guests as I was hosting a ship tour. And the guest in question was sharing with me that they actually prefer and it's perfect time to talk about this, because now we see the eight neighborhoods that will comprise the Icon of the Seas. So as you can see on the Surfside, in the Surfside neighborhood, as well as in the Central Park neighborhood, we have some balconies facing the Surfside or balconies facing the Central Park. And exactly to your point, Kathleen, this guest was sharing with me that they actually prefer having a neighborhood facing balcony, because at night they like to retire to their stateroom and just sit on the balcony and watch the action go by, either on Surfside or Central Park, or in this case on the Oasis of the Seas ships, the boardwalk or the Central Park. And this is something that they enjoy.
Yeah, it gives them something to look at. Absolutely. Nice.
Yes. So this is a little bit about the Icon of the Seas and all the beautiful neighborhoods that will comprise her. And she's already on sale right now. So we started talking about her, I want to say, around the month of October. And one of the things that your organization does very well, Kathleen, is understanding these opportunities and sitting down with Royal Caribbean and making sure that we create the proper opportunities for your customers that you entrust to be our guests to have amazing value created for them. So these group space are set aside for you, and your clients can take advantage of them, but exclusively through you. And I thought I'd take a moment just to illustrate a few examples and give a few examples on the price difference, but also on the value that these amazing programs offer. Because not only do your customers have access to these reduced prices, but in addition, on select ships and sail dates, when they book these products with you, the deposit is made refundable, so there's no real danger, if you will, for lack of better words.
Plans
Right?
can change. You need to move the dates sometimes. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. Yes.
And if you decide to sail in a balcony stateroom or higher, then again, because of the strategic agreement that you have with us, you can offer your customers a complimentary specialty dining for two.
Yes.
And if it's a suite or higher, then in addition to the complimentary specialty dining, there's also a spa treatment for one person that would be included,
which is amazing. Yes.
And then that's when I start sounding like an infomercial, because not only do we have,
it's just stacking all of these great values on top of it, right? Yeah,
absolutely. Because when you look at the three examples that I gave, you also have $100 shipboard credit per stateroom. That's also added on top of that. So imagine wanting to sail on the Icon of the Seas for February 10th in an unobstructed ocean view balcony stateroom, category D4. So if you were to call Royal Caribbean directly, we would sell you that same stateroom at $5,390. Now the rates that I'm showing here are in Canadian dollars, and they include all taxes.
Right. Yeah.
So
we need to know the whole value. So that's right. Yes. I always quote all the taxes and then gratuities, because you don't want any surprises when you get on board. So I make sure all of my guests know what they're getting. Yes.
Exactly. So at $5,390, you could hop on the Icon of the Seas on February 10. But if the same guests would be to call you instead, you could sell the exact same stateroom for $2,656.
That's crazy. Oh, goodness. So why not? Yeah, absolutely. Reach out, info@plentyofsunshinetravel.com, and I can get you that rate. Yes, absolutely. And it's more, like you said, it's more than just the rate as well. It's all of the other things stacked on top of it too. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I was going to say, because not only do they have the best service in the industry, but also they get some of the best products, some of the best prices, some of the best amenities. I mean, it's the ultimate win-win when they call you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then moving on, there's other dates with incredible value as well. Goodness.
Absolutely. So February 17, March the 9th. I only took those 3 dates to give a little bit of an example, but you should see the list of sailings that we have available for your customers. It's absolutely staggering. So there is
I'm floored by the March 9th. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's our Ontario March break. So all the kids are off school during that time. So, I mean, you look at 7,508 versus 2,556. That's a no-brainer. It's, why not book into that rate? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I strongly encourage you to. The Icon of the Seas promises to be a absolutely stunning ship. And I'm convinced that your customers will thoroughly enjoy her.
Oh, Yes, how can you not? It's just there's something for everyone. It's incredible. And I thank you so much for putting all that together. It is just amazing. And I love how you laid it all out and showed all the different neighborhoods and all of the fun things to do. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Kathleen, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and your customers on board the Royal Caribbean ship.
Absolutely. I hope everybody has a great week and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, everybody. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's cruise chat. It was really, really nice to meet with Eric and to see all the different neighborhoods that are on the Icon of the Seas. It just blows me away to see all of the different areas that they have, how they're making an elevated experience. And I'm just stunned to learn it all. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Celebrity Cruises, and we're going to be meeting with Laura, and we're just going to be looking at some of their amazing itineraries as well, which I'm very excited about. And I hope you guys know that not only do we have this on YouTube, so we have our cruise chats on YouTube where you can see all of the images. So if you missed any of those, head on over to YouTube, Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and check that out. We also have a cruise chat. We take our cruise chats, pardon me, and we put it on our podcast. So we take all the audio and we put it on your favorite platforms, and that's called Cruising the Waves Podcast. So be sure to check that out. And I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. And I hope that I see you guys on board. And if not, I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.